After the brutal battle against the Night King, Daenerys was left with only 2 dragons. Now, facing Cersei's massive army, Drogon and Rhaegal were her last and greatest weapons. But Daenerys never expected that Cersei had already laid an ambush at sea, rows of massive scorpions waiting to strike. The sudden attack caught everyone off guard. Rhaegal was pierced by the deadly bolts and plunged into the ocean. As shock rippled through her fleet, the Ironborn ships emerged from the shadows. Fury consumed Daenerys. She mounted Drogon and dove from the sky, determined to avenge Rhaegal's death. It was exactly what the enemy commander had been hoping for. Fortunately, Daenerys managed to regain her composure just in time, steering Drogon out of the deadly rain of bolts. But the commander didn't stop there. He quickly ordered his men to turn their weapons on Daenerys' ships. Against scorpions powerful enough to pierce dragonhide, her fleet stood no chance. Within moments, the ships were shattered and sinking. The survivors had no choice but to leap into the sea. Later, Tyrion and a handful of others managed to swim ashore. That was when Grey Worm realized Missandei was missing. The next day, Daenerys regrouped her remaining forces and marched to the gates of King's Landing, only to see Missandei held captive atop the city walls. Around her, dozens of scorpions were aimed skyward, ready to strike if Drogon appeared. Moments later, the gates opened, and Qyburn, the Queen's hand, stepped forward. Tyrion moved up to meet him. Qyburn delivered Cersei's terms. If Daenerys did not immediately disband her army and surrender unconditionally, Missandei would be executed on the spot. Tyrion pleaded for reason, warning that such cruelty would only unleash Daenerys' wrath and lead to the slaughter of the city. But Qyburn, smug and cold, insisted that Daenerys was outmatched. 1 dragon left, an exhausted army, and Cersei with the Golden Company at her side. She cannot win, he said flatly. Ignoring him, Tyrion walked closer to the walls and looked up at his sister. He begged her to think of her child, to stop the madness before it was too late. He knew that if Missandei died after the loss of Rhaegal, Daenerys would lose all control. Cersei listened in silence, her face unreadable. Then she turned to Missandei.
If you have any last words, now is the time.
The captive woman, calm and resolute,
Dracarys!
spoke her final words. Cersei gave a small nod. The Mountain drew his sword and with one brutal swing ended Missandei's life. Tyrion turned away in despair. He understood then nothing could stop Daenerys' fury now, and none of them truly grasped the full power of Drogon. The next day, Cersei ordered the city to full alert. The Golden Company stood proudly at the gates, confident in their defenses. But they could never have imagined that 1 woman and 1 dragon would be enough to reduce the entire city of King's Landing to ashes.